Breaking news, my country people. Syrup gives Tinubu 48 hours to reverse ban on media houses, journalists' coverage of the Aso Rock. My country people. The Syrup, that's the Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, has urged President Bola Tinubu to use his good office and leadership position to immediately reverse the unlawful ban on 25 journalists and media houses from covering the presidential villa and restoring the accreditation of those affected. The Syrup urged him to publicly instruct the officials in the presidential villa to allow journalists and media houses to freely do their jobs and discharge their constitutional duty of holding those in power to account. The group made the call in a letter signed by its deputy director, Kolawole, and made available to Channels Television on Sunday. Syrup noted that, according to reports, the federal government recently withdrew the accreditation of 25 journalists from covering activities at the presidential villa in Abuja. And it stated that the banned journalists include those from the Vanguard, Galaxy TV, Ben TV, MITV, and TIV Abuja, and other news outlets. So, my country people, the Syrup have ordered President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to remove the ban placed on the Aso Rock reporters. They want it to be reversed immediately, and they've tagged it as an unlawful ban on 25 journalists and media house from covering the state house. How can Tinubu do such a thing? His administration, should remove this ban on these journalists so that they can perform their functions, so that they can perform their constitutional rights. It is their right. Citizens, should have the right to have access to information and participation. So why is it that these media houses are denied access to the seat of the government? According to this body, the media freedom is a cornerstone of the nation's democracy, and journalists must be able to hold the government to account, because this is a matter of public interest. The government cannot cherry-pick journalists to cover its activities. It is not done that way. So they have urged the withdrawal of, the accreditation tags of the affected reporters, because it directly violates the media freedom and human rights, including access to information and the right of participation. Tinubu's government should really reverse these bans. Else, the consequences that would follow, well, it would be very, very drastic. And they have given Tinubu an ultimatum. He should get right on this. Why would Tinubu seize, some certain people from coming into the Aso Rock Villa to cover live events? These are journalists covering public functions, and as citizens, they have rights to information and participation. So why are they denied access to this presidential villa? Why are they denied access? And they have made it known that, see, the Tinubu's government needs to get right on this within 48 hours. Yes, my country people. And if they've not heard from Tinubu by then, that's when the 48 hours have elapsed, well, they would consider an appropriate legal actions to compel Tinubu's government to comply with their request. And all they are doing is of public interest. Because, come on, every citizen has the right to participate freely in the government of his country. Every citizen shall have equal rights, to access to, equal access and rights to public service of his country. Every individual must have the right to access public property and services. So why are these journalists being restricted? Why are they placing a ban on them? Tinubu's government must act fast and do something about it. If not, it will tarnish his image now, because it seems that Tinubu is directly declaring war on free press, which is not supposed to be so. If Tinubu should go on with this path, it means he is, waging war against them. So they have urged the President Tinubu to use his good office and his leadership position to immediately reverse the unlawful ban on the 25 journalists and media houses from covering the presidential villa, and to restore the accreditation of those that have been affected. Those that have been going there before, now they just stopped them. They placed a ban on them, saying that they shouldn't, they won't have access to the presidential villa. Why is it so? Why are they putting a ban on these media houses without any explanation? I mean, just on a normal day, these journalists have gotten to this presidential villa, and to their greatest shock, they got to see that they are not being allowed to have access into the presidential villa. Why is it so? So, my country people, this is a very serious issue. They've made an official statement to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They've urged the president to please reverse the ban and restore the accreditation with immediate effect. And they've asked President Tinubu, that this group have asked President Tinubu to publicly order officials at the presidential villa to allow the media house and their journalists to operate, because most of these officials at the presidential villa, now then they still dey follow dey make all these problems dey happen for inside the Aso Rock, because the people wey be say they suppose know say yes, so these are the people that are coming to cover live events at the Aso Rock villa, they will restrict them based on orders from above. So, my country people, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.